To the Batmobile.
Greetings to my Doe brothers and my Doe sisters. Welcome back to Jetson Fleet Gaming. I am your goober, Jerry the Tree Whiz, and today we have all the goodness. Thank you for liking this channel. We love you back. Let's look right at this artifact. The huge takeaway point. 240 shards. You thought you had a lot of shards, didn't you? You thought you had them all saved up and you were rich. You're not rich. You can hardly afford this. Maybe you can't afford this. Leave it in the comments. Do you have 240 shards, or is that your new goal? What does this thing do? What is it called? It is the Spell Lab. It is a collaboration between the mad scientist and the witch, and it's magic meets science, and I'm pumped. The Tree Whiz loves magic and science. It's indistinguishable from each other sometimes. Any sufficiently advanced magic is indistinguishable from science. That's backwards, but it was fun to do. All right, what am I doing with my hands? I don't know, but it feels good. All right, this is what this thing does. You use it the first time, it gives you a choice between 3 spells. Like a slot machine. You pull it, you get to pick between 3 spells, and the second use, you get to use the spell. I kind of like the idea. They described it as maybe in like a panic situation. You don't know what to do. Pull it, pick one of the 3 spells, lay it down. You could probably use it to get some positive dough trades. Like it. Let's move on to the next new card. Invisibility gameplay, y'all. Let's check it out. Here's the card. Let's take a look. Turns units invisible for a short period of time or until they attack. That is huge, or else it would be OP. If this lasted forever, it would be way OP. You could just throw it on something like a Mama Rex in the back, and it would stay invisible forever. It looked like it had a 6-second time period. I like that. This is a meta bomb. At least in my opinion. I've been trying to do a lot of thinking about it. Is it really going to be as big as a meta shift as we think? Think about the card Bloodlust. If that card hadn't been introduced yet, or Bloodthirst, whichever one. I call it so backwards. It's a running thing on this channel. The Blood spell. It seems like it would be OP as well. And it's definitely not. It's definitely not OP with Chop Chop. It almost... It's almost not practical, maybe? Is invisibility going to be the same way? If it is, I think we'll be able to either add more time to it or do something to make it viable. But I think it's going to change the meta. Personally, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there. I think it's going to be something that's seen quite a bit. I think it's going to be something that we're able to use all over the place in a lot of different ways, to where it's not going to be like Bloodthirst Lust, where you just throw it on the card, one card, like Chop Chop. No, you'll be able to use this on your Mad Scientist, on basically any card to get some extra value out of it. I really like the new card being introduced. It's also going to be a massive buff to Missile Turret, which I'm going to talk about as we mention this next card right now. The next card is called Mischief, and it looks really fun. You place a couple of mischievous fiends on an enemy tower that will damage and disable it the next time the enemy tries to use it. The fiends will flee if revealed. They said they're like little gremlins. If you give the monkey a dough shard after midnight, he becomes, looks like a gremlin to me. Good, fun stuff. Here's what I think is going to be worth mentioning that I just said. The Missile Turret is getting a indirect buff by all this new invisible units being added to the game. These units are going to be extremely powerful when you think you're going to be able to kill the commander, or when you know the commander needs to use rage. It's sort of like a sabotage where you place them on the tower, they stay there invisible, and there aren't many ways to get them off. I mean, Missile Turret, leave it in the comments. What else could you do? Do Yetlings reveal invisible units? I seem to recall many times when my Yetlings would reveal a Chop Chop. Are they also going to reveal these 2 little units on the tower? Let's see where they play them. They've got them in their hand right now. The Mischief card. Let's get them on the tower. I guess he doesn't have it. Well, it's kind of nice that you could even just cycle through them. If you just need to cycle something, you could just go throw them on the enemy tower and probably get some use out of it later on. It disables for 4 seconds, I think is what it said right away. So I guess if you wanted to get rid of the card, you could just activate your tower and go ahead and get the disable right then. Here's it played. Let's check it out. They're invisible. There they are. So I guess if he needed to heal, he wouldn't be able to, and he would have 4 seconds to wait until his tower was able to be healed. I think it's interesting. I think the way to get rid of him would be to activate the tower. and then it's disabled for a second. It's going to be more of more skill to the card than I first thought. First, I thought this was just going to be an easy card to just cycle, but no, it is going to take some skill, and it's not going to be something that just feels super annoying. I think it's going to be fun. Oh, I need to say that I love all the cards being added to the game right now. I woke up this morning super pumped. I'm having a moment right now. Tampa Bay Lightning won last night. The game that I love, my favorite game, is blowing up. This is great. How do you guys feel? Shake it out. All right, let's get to the next card. Sorry, this is getting extreme. I kind of like it, though. We're cool with it. We're cool with it. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, my dough brothers and my dough sisters, this is the last card that we've got for this season, which I'm pretty sure almost all of these are going to be able to be unlocked by the brawls and through the season. Not the artifact, of course. We told you that's 240 dough shards. My lord, you know when something expensive, it feels good, right? Come on, you know about that. You've worn some expensive shirts before, or you got a nice handbag, I don't know. But back to the storyline. What the buck? This is probably when you're going to get this card. It's called the Porta Potty. Love the artwork. Love the idea, but I don't know if I'm excited about another spawner. I've never been a spawner guy, and I know a lot of people complain sometimes that, I guess I'll just say it, sometimes a spawner can just seem like a lazy card, but I think this could be fun. We'll see. I definitely don't like it when spawners are too strong or when you end up going against a spawner deck, but this is a new game, so maybe spawners aren't as annoying when you have something like the commander that can get back there and get rid of them. I do trust the development team to design a very fun game. They're doing a great job right now, so I'm sure they wouldn't introduce something that was just going to clutter things up. So I'm excited to see how this works. I really like the artwork. I really like the idea of it, and I probably will play it, but at the same time, I'm not much of a spawner guy. So overall, this is epic. This is great. And this is only sneak peek 2. Stay tuned to our channel for sneak peek 3. Stay tuned to the World War Dough channel because it's getting better all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, this game is on the up and up. I'm on the up and up. You're on the up and up. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Jets and Fleet Gaming. From the bottom of my heart to the top of my head, I love each and every one of you. Thanks for liking, sharing, and subscribing and all the YouTubeness. Until the next time we meet, peace.
To the Batmobile.